Hey everybody, happy Saturday. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I'm Nooch, this is Neighborhood Picks. Before we start, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you're watching this video, that means you're just in time. Last year, our first season, after the first 2 months, week 8, we started a weekly Pick'em Best Bets show. I go down the line, I speak about each game with the spreads, who I like. I go by the line that's in front of me that day, and that's the line we go by. We can't switch the spreads. So what you're going to do is, after the video, you're going to leave your best 3 bets in the comment box, your top 3. I'm going to keep score all year. So this week, hopefully we get a bunch of guys in there, a bunch of girls. You leave your top 3 in the comments. Then we get to next week. I read the standings before we start. So-and-so went 3 for 3. So-and-so went 2 for 3. This person did nothing. Now, at the end of week 18, whoever has the most winning picks wins. $150 Visa gift card from Neighborhood Picks. We did it last year, and my producer actually won, T. Rich. So congratulations to T. Rich. He got paid. Everything's good. He'll vouch for it in the comments. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to go over the games. 3 picks a week. After week 18, whoever's got the most wins. Now, I also want to tell you, if you happen to flake out, forget, and miss a week, you're not disqualified. It's the most wins. So if you pick 12 in a row, 4 weeks in a row, 3, 3, 3, 3, you're 12-0, you're ahead of everybody, and you forget to hop in the box, you're allowed to come back the following week. You just can't double up. If you miss, you can't pick 6 the next week. 3 per week. And hey, somebody might miss a week or 2 and still have the most wins and win. Gabish? Okay. All right, here we go. So let's go down the line of the games. In the NFL this week, there's only one game with 2 teams over 500. Every other game is with teams with losing records, at least one or both, or the team's 500 and the other team's got a losing record. There's no games with 2 winning teams except for the home Seattle Seahawks against my New York Football Giants. That's a tough one. Seattle is at home. They're tough this year. We already know they're tough. We don't have to wonder. That's why I like starting the picks after 2 months. We all have a body of work to look at. Seattle's tough. Now listen, the Giants, I love them. I love them. But the Giants have offensive line issues right now. Neal is hurt. They're juggling the line. It's going to be hard to win in Seattle. So I'm not going to bet against the Giants, but for the sake of picks here, this is not one of my best bets either. When I'm done, I will name my top 3 that are going in the box. I'm going to put my own comments in too. Same rules as you. This is a game where I'd probably go with Seattle laying the 3 because it's going to be a very tough time to go out on the road. Geno Smith's playing good. Kenneth Walker's running the rock like an animal. It's going to be a tough day for the Giants to get the win. So I'm leaning towards Seattle because of the injuries what the Giants have, and they're not at full strength, and I just don't know. Now, you got the Patriots on the road at the Jets. The Patriots are a road favorite against the young, talented, upstart Jets. Now, the Jets just lost Breece Hall, but they just made a trade for James Robinson. They got James Robinson. They got Michael Carter. Sauce Gardner. I don't know if you guys know this. 2 weeks in a row, he had the greatest game a cornerback has ever had, according to Next Gen. On the Next Gen stats, he broke the meter. He had the greatest game a D-back has ever had, Next Gen. Now, I don't know when they started it. I don't think they had Next Gen when Dion was there, but maybe with Revis. But that guy, I saw a receiver do a triple move, and Sauce was just glued to him. Amazing, amazing. I'm going to go with the Jets plus the 2.5 at home. So I'm going to go with the Jets plus the 2.5. Seattle -3. Okay, then you got the Jaguars-Broncos. The Broncos are considered home. The Jaguars are 2.5-point favorite. Now, you remember these lines. It's going to go by the lines we say on this show. If it switches, you don't get these are the lines. Jaguars-Patriots. Jaguars played the Giants very tough. They're 2.5-point favorite in Germany against Russ cooking with his hamstring. I've seen nothing from the Broncos to make me believe, so I will take Jacksonville minus the 2.5 over Denver. Moving on, we got the Falcons. You don't know what's up with the Falcons. They were 6-0 versus the spread until I announced it last week and bet them. And as soon as I announced it, they get their ass kicked. So the Falcons are home. They're 4-point favorite over the Panthers. That's a funny game. Divisional. The Panthers, they just traded their whole team and looked inspired. The Falcons forgot that they have Kyle Pitts and Drake London, and they could throw. They're like literally committed to just running. It's going to be a tough game. I'm going to say the Falcons bounce back, but not cover the 4. Man, that's tough. Give me the Falcons minus the 4, but I have one thing to say about the Falcons. Kyle Pitts has been the biggest disappointment in the whole fantasy league spectrum this year. What happened to Kyle Pitts? He actually got dropped in one of the leagues I'm in. Somebody dropped him. They were so disgusted. They probably have another rookie. They fucking dropped him. I grabbed him. But I got Goddard. But I got Pitts now on my bench. I don't know what's going on with Kyle Pitts. But Cordell Patterson's coming back soon. Mariota's there. They're playing very blah. You know what? Check that. I want the Panthers plus 4. I just talked myself into it. Panthers plus 4. I will give my 3 best ones at the end. Now, you got the Cowboys. They're a 10-point favorite over the Bears. I had the Cowboys defense last week, and I got a 26. Their defense is historically good, historically great. The Bears just beat the Patriots, but the Patriots defense is not Dallas. Give me Dallas, and I'll lay the 10. Cowboys minus 10. By the way, out of the 13 games this week, 10 games are 4-point spreads or lower, and then there's 3 10-point spreads. Just goes to show you the parity in the NFL. They got every game within 1 and 4. It's weird. Moving on. The Minnesota Vikings are home. They're 3.5, see, against the Cardinals. That's tough, man. I don't really love the Cardinals. I bet the Vikings once this year against the Eagles about 6 weeks ago. They got their doors blown off. I watched them when I was down in South Florida. I watched the actual Vikings-Dolphins game. It was a tough, ugly, dragged-out game, but they do have ways of getting Justin Jefferson the ball and doing what they want to do. The Cardinals got Hopkins back with that little guy twirling around. Life on the line, I would have to go with the Vikings. So I'll take the Vikings minus the 3.5, and I'm predicting it right now. I'm going to get screwed. The Vikings will end up winning by 3, but I'm going to take the Vikings minus 3.5. Now, the Raiders, it's really Josh Jacobs is running the ball well. Derek Carr is underappreciated. He always is. What's the health of Darren Waller? Is Hunter Renfrow and Adams gonna put it together in the same game? The Saints are always tough at home. They're a 1.5-point dog at home. However, I do not believe in the Saints more than I believe in the Raiders. So give me Derek Carr. Give me those boys from Las Vegas minus the 1.5. Raiders minus 1.5 against the Saints. Now we're coming down to the final stretch. We got the Eagles at home minus 10.5 against the Steelers. Now, the Eagles are undefeated, right? But Pittsburgh, they play teams tough. They've upset a few teams. They're Mike Tomlin coach. They're going to compete. They're a huge underdog. Both teams are in Pennsylvania. This game is going to be more competitive than anyone thinks. Give me Pittsburgh plus the 10.5 strong. That might be one of my big 3. I'm going to name them right when I get done with the last game. We're only doing the Sunday games. No Thursday, no Monday. Sunday weekly pick'em giveaway. Now, what else do we have? Titans are on the road giving 3 at the Houston Texans. That is like the Scuttle and Beans Bowl. I don't like it. I don't give a shit about the game. The Texans are home. The Titans haven't shown me anything. Give me the Texans plus 3, but I really don't care about the game at all. Okay, the Colts, the struggling Colts. They just benched Matt Ryan. They named Sam Ehlinger the quarterback for the rest of the season. How do you name a guy the quarterback forever? Hey, God bless them. The Colts are home, and they're giving 3 to the Commanders. Taylor Heineke plays well. Taylor Heineke's better than Carson Wentz. I don't like to dive into the unknown. I have nothing in my mind that tells me anything about Ehlinger. So I'll take the Commanders plus the 3. Now, we only got a couple games left here. We got 2 games left for Sunday. 49ers, the newly acquired Christian McCaffrey. They are a 1-point favorite at the defending Super Bowl champion Rams. The Rams have not shown me a damn thing this year. Besides Cooper Kupp popping off every game. Like, I've literally seen the Rams lose like 16-9. Then you look up, Cooper Kupp's got a 30. Like, how the fuck does Cooper Kupp have a 30 if they didn't even score? Like, the Rams are not showing me anything. Christian McCaffrey, another week with them. 49ers are going to whip that ass. 49ers are going to beat the shit out of the Rams. That's going to be one of my best bets. 49ers -1. That line's going to go up too, I bet. Now, here's another one. This is very, very interesting to me. The Buffalo Bills are 10.5-point favorite against the Green Bay Packers. It happens to be the highest spread of Aaron Rodgers' career since he took over in 2008 or 9. He's never been a 10.5-point underdog. With that alone, I have to believe that the competitive nature, the pride, the week of preparation, they are going to give their most spirited effort of the season. Because, like Aaron Rodgers said, they're going to get exposed, or they're gonna get up off the canvas. Look for an inspired effort by Green Bay and Rodgers and those boys. I don't think they'll beat Buffalo, but I think they'll cover the 10.5. I could see them losing by 10. So I'll take the Green Bay plus the 10.5. Now, who are my 3 best picks that I'm putting in the comments? I'll tell you right now. My best bets, my 3 best bets, I would have to say, I will take the 49ers. I will take the 49ers -1 against the Rams. That's number 1. I will take the Steelers plus 10.5 against the Eagles. And for my 3rd pick, I will take the Raiders -1.5. And Cheese, you got to come over with the good luck jacket before the game, like last time. And the Raiders. So my 3 best bets that are going in the comments as soon as we're finished with this. Raiders -1.5 versus the Saints. Steelers plus 10.5 versus the Eagles. And the Niners -1 over the Super Bowl champion Rams. Those are my 3 best bets. Leave your 3 best bets in the comments. Be eligible after the season's over. $150 Visa gift card to the winner. Good luck to everybody. Like, subscribe. You got to be subscribed. And welcome to the family. Neighborhood Picks. I'm Nooch. I'm out.